So, our family from Farringdon, they're trying to live for a year without using a supermarket. Rebecca and Ian Pugh are with me in the studio. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Whose idea was this?
Mine.
Tell us why you're doing it then.
I'm on maternity leave at the moment, and I wanted to keep my brain active. I wanted to start a blog, and I wanted to do something interesting. So I thought one morning it'd be a good idea to stop shopping at supermarkets, and decided to tell Ian, who said, "Oh, we can't do that. That's a ridiculous idea." Then he kind of got into it and decided to like it, and actually it's become really interesting.
So why have you focused on supermarkets? What have supermarkets ever done to harm you?
They've done nothing to harm us, but we're trying to save money, obviously, with it going down to having just one salary. And we felt actually it was a good way to save money, because when you go to the supermarket, it's really easy to just go in for a pint of milk and then come out having spent 80 quid on things that you don't actually need. So we thought it'd be a good challenge. We're really interested in food and cooking and things. And the other hope of it was to make ourselves be a bit more organised and to support our local community, because we live in a town which is sort of dying a death, really, and we wanted to support it and support the independent retailers.
So Ian, Rebecca pitches this idea to you. Well, in fact, from the way she tells it, she didn't actually ask you. She said, "No, this is what we're doing."
Yeah, pretty much. That's.
And what went through your mind?
Rebecca's much more the ideas person. I'm the practical. Yes, this is how we're going to do this, and this. No, it was baffled me for a good couple of hours. But then when she explained all the various genius ways we were going to acquire our stuff, I thought actually it's quite a good idea. It's a nice
tell
little
us
challenge.
about the genius ways you're going to acquire. I don't like the sound of that word, acquire. Presumably you're going to be paying for it.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. So how do you organise yourselves then?
Well, we've decided to set a strict budget of £50 per week for food shopping, and any money that we have left over we will save and hopefully go on a nice holiday or do something exciting with it. But yeah, we're just going to try lots of different ways of getting food, hoping to sort of get a milkman and trying markets, trying farmers markets, trying just different ways of buying food.
So £50 a week, that's your food budget. Was that what before you started this experiment? Did you have a budget for your food?
We thought it was about £50, but when we worked it out, actually it was more, because we were spending kind of hidden things in the supermarket. We were spending more than we thought.
And this is to feed how many of you?
3 of us.
So who's the third one?
Our little girl, who's 6 months old and just started weaning.
Okay, so she doesn't know about this madness her parents have embarked on.
No.
Here's the thing, Ian. I've always presumed that supermarket shopping is cheaper than going to your local shops, just because. So, is this what you have found, or is shopping local cheaper?
We found it to be much cheaper.
Yeah, it's much cheaper.
And the quality of the food is actually much better.
Explain to me.
Well, before, we'd kind of go to the supermarket, we'd buy the same things, and sometimes the veg would be a little bit, not its best, but we'd kind of go with it because it was on offer and, we'd be happy with it. But actually going to the market, you can't necessarily have the same products every week, but you have what they've got there, you have what's on offer, and actually it's fresher, it looks better, and there's less packaging to chuck away.
So tell me about the places you now buy. Well, it's not just food, is it? It's presumably it's everything. So where do you go now for your weekly shop?
Well, so far we've tried out Farringdon Farmers Market, and that's been excellent. And it was really good because we got to meet lots of people and talk to people, which we wouldn't normally do when you go to the supermarket. We tried out Abingdon Market as well, and we've been shopping in local places to Farringdon.
You're doing this, and what benefits have accrued aside from this warm feeling in the centre of your heart about supporting your local community?
Well, we're eating better food, we're saving money.
Okay, you say you brought a basket in there, eating better food. What is so much better about food that you get from a local shop or a market than you
fresher quality, and also you get to meet the producers of it, and they're the people who are passionate about the food they're providing, which is something that you don't necessarily get at the supermarket.
Every time I go to a farmer's market, you think, oh, this is really great, but they're not cheap, farmer's markets.
I think you've got to go and have a haggle, talk to the people, and
Do you haggle?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. That's half the fun, and that's something you can't do at the supermarket. You go in, you pay £3 for the price they say, but actually at the farmer's market you can do some deals.
Tell me about you haggling, Ian.
Just strike up a conversation with them, ask them what they're doing, where they're from, show some interest in their products and what they've got, and then just see what you can get for good bit of combining.
So which
fruit
of
and
you
veg.
started haggling first?
Oh, I like a good haggle.
Have you?
Yeah, I did a good haggle the other day. Some crayfish. There were supposed to be 8 crayfish for a £5, but he was ready to finish the day, so I actually got 17 crayfish for a £5.
Oh, that's
And an
all right.
invitation to go crayfish fishing, which you wouldn't get at the supermarket.
You brought a basket in there. What have you got there?
We've got some fresh produce, some mushrooms. We've got some really nice rapeseed pressed oil from a local farm, which actually that was a more expensive product that we bought, but it's well worth it.
How difficult then has it been to get all the things you would normally get on a weekly basis, but not from the supermarket? Have you had to do some sort of searching to find alternative sources?
Not really. It's been really, really
It's on your
easy.
doorstep.
So far, yeah. I mean, but part of it is we want to find other different places, because obviously we've been to local markets. We use our local newsagent, but we want to.
So your local newsagent is a sort of grocer. He's got everything in there.
Yeah.
But again, your local shops, they're always more expensive, aren't they?
Not really. Just, it depends what you're going to buy. And obviously, some products are more expensive, but other products are much cheaper. So it's kind of swings and roundabouts. You're saving money on some things, but you're spending a little bit more on other things. But you've not got the inconvenience of going with a 6-month-old baby to the supermarket, sitting them in a dirty trolley, and just, going through the motions. You're actually going out there, and it becomes something interesting.
Yeah, but you have the added inconvenience of taking a 6-month-old and traipsing round all the shops and the streets and all the rest of it, whereas in the supermarket it's all in one place.
But it's not as fun.
Is it not?
No, and you don't get to speak to people.
Is this fun, Ian?
It is actually. It is fun.
She's told me it is fun.
No, it is fun. And it took us about an hour and a half to do our weekly shop the other day, which you could, by the time you've driven to the supermarket, parked up, been around, then queued at the checkout for 10 minutes, that's easily an hour and a half gone anyway, so it doesn't take very much longer at all.
So, you're saving money? Mm-hmm. How long have you been doing this now?
Well, we started thinking about it a couple of months ago, but we actually started our challenge on the 5th of November.
How much cheaper would you say your bills are now?
Well, so far, the first week we did our shopping, we saved, we had £9 change, and the second week we had £12 change, but we haven't actually... Yeah, it's not bad, but we haven't... We will do an experiment to see exactly how cheaply we can do it, because we haven't actually really gone full into saving money, because we've bought luxury items on top of the shopping.
I see. So you've saved money, then gone out and spent it.
Well, we've kind of
we've still
treated
saved money,
ourselves
yeah.
to things that are local produce, which is perhaps more expensive. But on the blog, we will be doing one where we just buy essentials and see exactly how much it costs.
So, what has been the most difficult thing to source away from the supermarket?
I don't know really. Milk, we have to go to the local newsagent, and we're going to look for another alternative source, hopefully get a milkman. But it really hasn't been that hard at all.
Okay. What's your blog called?
It's called A Year Without Supermarkets.
Is that what you put in? www?
www.ayearwithoutsupermarkets.com.
And have you started deciding yet where you're going to go for this holiday once you've saved all this money?
Oh, somewhere exciting. Somewhere food-based.
Somewhere because you like your food.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Possibly Italy.
Thank you so much for coming in and talking to us.
Thank you for having us.